What's important is that the Royal Commission has a very good oversight of the state of play in this country around anti-Semitism, the depth of it, where it's reached, what sectors it's reached into, what it looks like in those different sectors, and what the institutional responses have or haven't been. And the only way that the Royal Commission can actually get that understanding is if people come forward and they share their experiences. I think that there are certain sectors that we all know we would like to see substantial reform in, from the university sector, for example, to schools, the online space as well. So we've made recommendations previously in previous inquiries around online reform, including, for example, a much more comprehensive regime with a duty of care that's imposed on social media platforms. There's a whole host of different areas. And then, of course, extremism, terrorism. We just made an appearance before an inquiry where the monitor was considering revising the definition of terrorist act, and you can see it online on our website if you're interested. Don't assume that just because something's in the public domain, the Royal Commission will see it. If something has happened that has had direct impact on you, you should definitely tell the Royal Commission about it. I know that people have reservations and understandably some cynicism about what can be achieved. But as was said before, if no one does anything, nothing will be achieved. In 2021, the ECAJ made a submission on another inquiry into extremism. At the time, it just didn't get traction. But the thing is that if there's one thing that our community and also many other minority communities know, we're in this for the long game in terms of seeking reform. Things don't happen overnight. For many people, including government, including opposition, they didn't necessarily see perhaps the urgency to implement these reforms in quite the same way that we as a community did. If you look at that inquiry at the time and you look at what's now happened, with the, prohibited hate organizations. And that's actually been a really significant development that's happened in the last few months. We've seen the National Socialist Network shut down, Hizb ut-Tahrir shut down, and there will be other organizations as well who will ultimately cease to operate in Australia. And that will be a great step forward.